Universe 7, Year 772. After all the Namekians fused into a single being to defeat Frieza, the warrior known as Gas wandered the universe seeking purpose, with no means to reproduce or recreate the Dragon Balls, making friends and defeating familiar foes in the process. Now, for years, Gas Karkal has wandered the galaxy with Thorne, who he had met immediately after leaving Namek. They searched for a way to bring the Namek people back to life. Today, he's taking a little break. Or so he thought. As they approach Earth, Gas knows he has some friends here as he encountered Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma during their adventure on Namek. Thorne notes how Earth was previously listed on the Frieza Empire to-do list. Yet another planet Gas saved. Also of interest, the Namekian points out how a Namek used to live here. He created Dragon Balls. He could hope to revive them, but finding 7 very ordinary rocks on a whole planet will be impossible. The pilot mentions how they arrived at the coordinates Gas provided. This place, West City, he said, should be here, but the lively metropolis was destroyed years ago. All that remains now is rubble and silence. Suddenly, alarms flare softly from the ship's system. 2 objects are flying directly towards them at high speed. Viewing the shapes in the sky, Gas corrects them. Those aren't objects, they're humans. But Thorne isn't so sure. The onboard scanner clearly categorizes them as objects, not life forms. Cautious, the pair decide to land and take a closer look, staying wary and fully prepared to leave in a hurry if things go sideways. Once on the ground, Gas meets with the approaching pair head-on. But something immediately feels wrong. They aren't emitting ki. That means these aren't humans after all. Still, a tempting diplomacy. It's not well received.
Well, well. We have a Piccolo invading us. Not a common sight, huh, 31?
For sure, 28. And it seems this one grew to adult size. Kind of a strange statement since it's inferred in Chapter 23 that Piccolo, Tien, Chaozu, and that other guy died fighting the Saiyans. Same as canon. So maybe this is just them commenting on his size. Charging!
The bigger it is, the easier to catch.
Though easily dodging. Could you explain the reason why you're attacking? Grabbing Gas from behind. What? It's only now he realizes his mistake. Clearly creations of Dr. Gero, they're able to absorb his energy. Meanwhile, we join what appears to be a convoy of exhausted refugees. They snake their way through the terrain of the mountains, a familiar face as their leader. If Gero's creations are running amok, it may be safe to assume he has taken over this timeline's Earth. Hence why Krillin is the leader of these forsaken people. Raising his voice so even those in the back of the line can hear, he announces they're almost at the hidden camp. An old woman thanks him. She cries that when their vehicle was destroyed, she thought it was the end. He explains how the androids detect engines and energy. So unfortunately, he can't fly to make this easier, but they'll be safe soon. By engines, he may mean just any device that focuses energy. But in the distance, there's only one person that signature can be. It's that giant Namekian Gas. But his power level, it's dropping. This must mean... Setting his pack on the ground, he instructs everyone to continue without him. Don't stay here though, he'll be detected immediately. as he takes off into the distance, giving away their location. Truth be told, the locals thought that when he said fly, he had a plane. Every second, the cyborg remains in contact with the Namekian. She drains more and more of his energy. Unexpectedly, to the point she fills her reserves, she tells 31 to take her place. Doing so, the male machine knows how the ship just sent out a huge EMP wave, an electromagnetic pulse that would normally fry most hardware. A futile attempt, as those don't work on them, but it means someone else is in there. As Thorne works diligently to figure something out, a voice calls out to him.
Hiding, are we?
Entering, she taunts that she could just destroy the ship with him in it. Rigging something up, Thorne was clever enough to figure out they were stealing life force with these holes in their hands. Instead, she'll be feeding the ship. After about a minute goes by and his comrade falls silent, 31 finally questions aloud what 28's doing in there. Little! How can he still move after that? I can move enough. Thorne, I hope he's... Showing he can take care of himself in his own way, Thorne steps out of the ship with the android slumped over his shoulder. The good news is the ship's tank is full of energy now. Maybe even a little too full. Following Krillin, who he had previously met on Namek, Gast and Thorne were invited to the secret headquarters of the Resistance, as Bulma greets him off-screen. The pair are mutually happy to see each other again. Her face lights up a little as with him here, there's hope. Returning the grin, the Namekian questions if Gohan's here too, causing everyone to suddenly become somber. They explain. The cyborgs appeared a few years ago. They asked for Son Goku's life, but he had already died of illness. Frustrated, they went on a rampage, and in revenge, they killed his son, Gohan. Then they took control of factories, and now there are dozens of them. The world is under their domination. Independence means death. You must help us! We must attack their base! Bulma continuing. We have a few warriors among us. We were able to kill one cyborg. Once. But with you, we can take them all and free Earth! The warriors she speaks of. Yajirobe, Krillin, Gero, Satan, youngster Videl, and the menacing Captain Chicken. Though here he's barely a cockerel. But before starting a war, Thorne wants to have a full view of the situation. They only have one side of the story. And what? Bulma shouts they are the victims here! Who is he to doubt them? So the pilot points out that he is in fact a diplomat, and he's already noticed she has told one lie. Well, that lie is left to our imagination for now. At Gero's lab, a voice beckons the doctor. Supreme Commander Gero, I'm back from where 28 and 31 stopped emitting. The enemy came from space. This is an alien invasion, the woman reveals. Gero begins. Since I rebuilt Red Ribbon and conquered Earth, the world is my responsibility. I'll protect us from this threat.
You've got mail.
Getting an email. To the commander of Red Ribbon. My name is Gas Karkle, and I speak with the authority of the Council of Icarion and the power to destroy your army. The current situation of Earth is currently a dictatorial state taken by force without the consent of the people, nor a serious context demanding it. We kindly ask you to remove the oppressing power and let democratic elections take place. Also, your militia is a threat to the public. You must downgrade the ability of the cyborgs you've created and let them live a normal life. After you peacefully resign from power, I will guarantee your security and a fair trial. We all work here for the greater good, like I know you do. Please answer with a date and place to conduct first negotiations. If you don't answer or answer negatively, we'll be forced to take action. Yours faithfully, Gast. All live in peace.
The perceived audacity of such a threat. Gero stands and shouts,
You meddling, pompous alien! I am the peace!
The woman notes how this alien destroyed 2 soldiers with ease. Taking this in, the scientist knows they'll need a stronger weapon. Walking towards his inventions, he instructs her to prepare the defenses.